Hi and welcome to PA on the Way. Tonight I'm going to present to you 5 keys to freeing up your time to generate more income. Lesson 1 is scheduling your time. Okay, so first of all, I think within scheduling your time, what I learnt when I first went into business, or what I didn't learn when I first went into business, was that to have increased my hourly rate, really from when I was employed, really did not cover off what it was that needed to happen within a business. So it's one thing to think that you get to increase your hourly rate and that will increase your finances. But what I didn't realise, although my hourly rate went up, all the other work that it took to run a business and the hours that I spent on networking, marketing within my accounts and picking up the pieces in and around what others, were in my business, that hourly rate just did not even come close. So I actually think that although my hourly rate went up, what I basically brought home and generated for me and my family went down. I spent a lot of time doing the do for my clients and not actually getting anything more for me out of it. So how is it that you get to value your time and know what you're worth? To be completely honest, it wasn't that long ago that I finally discovered what I was worth. What is it that I've had to learn in order to be able to give to my clients? How many years of experience have I got that they don't have? What is that worth to them to be paying me? And then have a look at all the other things that you need to do. So you've got to get out and network. That's how you're going to build your community of people that may utilize your services or need them, but it certainly builds who you've got to tap into. Then you've got all the marketing work to get your business out there for people to know that it exists, because without any of that, nobody knows you exist. There's no money coming in. And then there's the accounts and the finance area. So not only do you have to be generating the invoices, but you've got to be accounting for all the money spent out of the business accounts. And then there's all that admin. The hours sat in front of the computer responding to emails and having that stuff, that take time, and it does take time. It's putting those quotes and proposals together, all the little bits, and you'll come across them all and you'll think, man, I'm working harder. Am I getting anything for it? So value your time. I look at how much knowledge that I have and what it's worth to somebody else. I look at what it's cost me to get that knowledge, because training, there's a cost to training. And if the client wants to have the same knowledge as you, they will need to go and do the same courses, the same experience, live your life. But they'll never get exactly the same as you, because your map of your world and how you pick up information will be so totally different to theirs that even the same experience will never give them the same as what you've got to offer. And then I look at how much money I need to earn to keep the business afloat, to pay myself a wage, to make sure that everybody in the business has got something and being catered for. And then how much money do I really want to earn? So is it going to, do I need to earn 50k a year turnover simply to keep the business running? And do I want to be earning $300,000 a year? And basically, where's the gap? Now, the other thing is, who do I give my time to? I look at all the things I need to do in my day. And I look at how they're going to take me closer to my end goal. And if they're not going to get me to my end goal right now, then I take them off my list, because they can go on to the to happen in the future list. That way I get to concentrate on the things that need to happen there and then to get me through that day, to get me to my end goal. And then there's the who do I give my time to? For many, many, many years, I gave my time willingly and freely. But I've discovered over the years that people will be vampires to your time. They will take whatever it is that they can get from you, not only the information, but your knowledge and how to do. And really, they have no respect for your time or theirs. So I look at who adds value to my business now, who adds value to my life. And if they're not adding value, I don't give them the time. Then I look at setting my goals. First of all, in order to set my goals, I need to know why I'm in business. And that's my first question I have to answer. So why did I get into business, I hear you say? Well, I got into business because I wanted to have some freedom. I wanted to be able to be there for my kids in the afternoon, after school pickup, to take them where they need to go, and most of all be with them, or at least be in the house with them, when it's school holiday time. This gives me a bit more freedom than what I had in the corporate field. Now, I also found that when I was in the corporate field, I had to choose. Did I want to be a mum or did I want to be in corporate? It was really hard to find the balance when it was important for me to spend some time with my kids. I also wanted to empower other mums to not feel the guilt of, wanting to work, having something for themselves. So they could do the same as me. Their kids will be at school and they get to do some work. Generate an income to provide for the family, but also be there in the afternoons or in the mornings, get them ready for school, pick them up from school. So that was my why. So then I look at how I'm going to achieve my why. How am I going to achieve empowering these women, supporting the women to be able to get their goals and have that family balance? And how do I get to empower my clients to have better businesses, to put better processes in place? And once I've worked out how, I break it down into sections. How will I achieve my why? So breaking it down into sections, it could be people, marketing, administration, finances. And once I've sat there and worked out which one of those I'm going to work on, I look at breaking it down into bite-sized pieces. What do I need to do in my marketing to be able to get my business moving forward? And I make a list. So once I've got that broken down into sections, I'm ready to figure out what are the high interest and the low interest tasks. So what are the tasks that you need to take place within those bite-sized pieces? What are all the little things that need to take place in your business to keep your business running? And then I have to ask myself, am I interested in doing all those tasks? Or is there only some things I'm interested in? Either because really it doesn't serve me to be a part of, doesn't serve my business, or is it because I don't have enough knowledge to be able to feel successful in doing that task? Then if you want to decide what task you want to do, so make a list of all the tasks and then decide whether you want to do those or whether you're going to give those to somebody else. For me personally, I'm good at accounts. I can do my accounts, no problems. But where would I rather be? Out networking. That's my high interest. My accounts, although they're imperative for my business, they're a low interest in me having to do data entry. There's a high interest at looking at what's come in and what's gone out, but it's a low interest in the doing. So I'll find somebody to do that for me. And it's okay. If there's stuff there that you don't want to do, there's nothing wrong with that. So now with your list, divide the tasks into high interest and low interest. Then we go into scheduling. So the day can seem to, disappear. You look down and it's 10 o'clock. You get working and then all of a sudden it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You think, what happened to those hours? So I found that if I broke my day into chunks, where I have an early morning session to get on top of and have a look at what it is that I'm going to get done today, and I will schedule myself a low interest task. Sometimes they're low interest tasks where I don't feel like I've got the skills to be able to successfully succeed in that, which is why I've got a low interest in it. And other times it just literally does not do anything for me. So I'll do that first, that one low interest task first thing in the day. That will set me up for an absolutely amazing day because I've managed to achieve something and get it done and out of the way, ready for all of the things that I love to do. And then I'll do what I need to do within my family. And I'll start my first working day session at about 9 a.m. and I'll work through that until about 12 o'clock. And then I do my afternoon session. So after I've had some lunch and refueled my body, I step into the next session until about 3:15. And then I'll do what I need to do to be within my family, because that's what's a priority for me. And then I'll set aside an hour or so in the evening to work through what's left for the day and schedule out what needs to be done for tomorrow. Lastly, it's scheduling inside those chunks. I generally break it down into 30-minute to an hour slots. It could be a 2-hour slot, but mostly that's what I look at. Now I also make sure I leave what I call breakdown time. Breakdown time is some time where you leave it blank. So if there's a call that comes in unexpectedly, then that doesn't ruin your whole schedule. It's got the time there for you to pick up and continue on, and you get to still win in your day. So make sure you schedule one low interest task per day. Fill the rest with high interest tasks. And at the end of the day, really find somebody that does your low interest tasks, but it's their high interest task. No point giving a salesperson your accounts to do. Get somebody who loves to do accounts to do your accounts, and get your salesperson out doing your sales. Well, I hope you've really enjoyed today, and this has given you some great food for thought and to actually put some things in place and in action. We look forward to seeing you on the next lesson. Have a great day.